Boom, how's it going? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Henry and today I'm racing the London Nocturne Criterium. And if you've never heard of the London Nocturne before, it's basically a massive cycling festival full of races of all kind. For example, there's a penny farthing race, a lime bike or Voy race, like the electric city bikes. There's support races for people like me in Cat 3s and Cat 2s. There's an elite race at the very end, which is basically your pros, your big names like Alec Briggs, Cam Mason, and who's the guy that actually won? I don't know. Anyways, I've actually recorded this intro already, way after the race. I wanted to re-record it because, to be honest, I didn't really like the first one, and I got a new camera, guys, a DJI Pocket 4. I nearly forgot. But yeah, it's been really good camera so far. It's much better than the other stuff I used to use. So I got excited and I said, what the fuck is my dog doing? Let's try record an intro and get used to it. Anyways, just had dinner. Back to the race, the London Nocturne. I was racing in support race A, which was the first support race as a Cat 3 rider. And the race was actually a Cat 2-3 mix. I won't spoil it too much, but anyways, I'm going to go get breakfast in the past and wash my bike, and then make my way to London, central London actually, by bank. So I hope you enjoyed the video and yeah, see you in a bit. Right, so currently having my breakfast and it is some cereal with like strawberry bits in it and a corner yogurt thing, but a high protein one. And my dog is begging me for some food. Bike's looking clean.
All right, we're finally on the way. Of course, I'm late, so didn't get my hair cut. And we're literally cutting it to the minute. It says to be there an hour before, and it's an hour before right now. And it takes me about 25 minutes to get there. So I'll be on time for registration, but, oi, careful. Jesus Christ, nearly got fucking run over there. But yeah, I'm on my way. I'm gonna be a little bit late, but hopefully I'll make registration. It's absolutely gorgeous out, so I cannot complain. Right, see you later.
They're just arriving on to sign up. It's a really well organized event actually. They just gave me an envelope with some clips and my numbers and yeah, just got that on and got straight into the race. So, first lap, exciting stuff. This first corner is absolutely nuts. So I didn't actually get to do a sighting lap. So I went straight into this corner not knowing how tight it was. So I was like, why is everyone slowing down so much? And I was like, okay. It's basically like a more than a 90-degree turn basically. And I'm doing some heavy powers trying to get to the top of the race. I started fairly at the back of the pack. So my plan was, okay, I'm gonna start behind, but then try to catch up after the first lap. But I think that was everyone's idea. Everyone was absolutely gunning it. You could see how everyone was like panicking to get a good position. I know they were panicking because look at the powers I've been doing for the first lap. Over 1,000 watts like 4 times already, and I'm I'm not even halfway through the first lap. And I remember so clearly, like, I watched my heart rate go up really fast. I do have a pretty high heart rate, to be fair. This is at the end of zone 4, 193, but my heart rate goes to like 206. Regardless, I remember thinking, this is a pretty high heart rate. I'm not even halfway through the course yet. So I'm thinking, fucking hell. Am I gonna lose all my beans already? And it's not even halfway through the first lap. But yeah, I think it was fine. I was pretty okay for energy. The heart rate, yeah, it looks high on screen, but I actually felt absolutely fine. As I said, my heart rate goes to 206, so I still have a good bit in my tank to give. Another thing I noticed after rewatching this video is I'm very terrible at taking these corners without pressing the brakes. In my defense, I did not have a sighting map, so I had no idea how to take these corners. I didn't know if I could go through them without any brakes. I didn't know if I could, if I needed to brake. So basically what happened to me all the time was I was smashing the brakes, which caused a lot of the time me to slow down a lot more than everyone else, and then I have to accelerate a lot more than everyone else out the corners. And because I'm a heavy guy, like I'm 100 kg, 100 big boy kgs, like I'm not gonna be throwing around 1,000 watts so many times without any consequences. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of power going down, but also a lot of energy wasted. So I need to something I need to get better at. I need to learn how to carry my weight through the corners like this, for example. I pressed the brake slightly, and the guy in front of me went through that corner way faster, and I didn't even let go of the power. He just went through that corner way faster. It's just like something I need to learn. Anyways, let's fast forward a bit. Nothing really too interesting happens here. So at this point I find one of my teammates from Dulwich, and I decide to stick on his wheel to try work together a little bit, you know. After I've lost a lot of energy in the first couple of laps, sprinting out of corners, I've started gaining a little bit of confidence in all of these corners here. As you can see there, I don't think I touched the brake there, so that helped me with carrying my momentum. I do remember feeling a tiny bit cooked here, but I was hoping, so Jack in front of me here, we could work together and get up to the top group, because at this point I didn't actually know where I was in the race. I knew at the very beginning that it got really strung out after that first corner, but I had no idea where the first and second and your thirds were, you know. So I remember seeing Jack kind of like losing the wheel in front of him, so I tried to ask him here to hop on.
Jack, hop on. Up.
So I told him to hop on, and I tried to be sort of like a train here to catch the group in front, because I actually felt fine in terms of like going in a straight line. My problem was not exactly holding threshold for a while. My problem was getting into these slow corners and accelerating out of them with plenty of watts. And there's my friends over there actually just absolutely going nuts. Yeah, see, if you compare my acceleration out of this corner compared to the first 2 laps, like I barely threw down any power because my legs were actually not feeling very explosive at this point. But yeah, I tried to, again, not use the brakes, use my momentum, and I seemed to be catching up to the group in front, and that was my objective. Basically, it was Jess from Dulwich going nuts. Yeah, so I catch another group here, and I think this guy in front of us also from Dulwich. So I'm thinking, yes, we have 3 Dulwich boys here. We could work together to secure a group. So I still have energy. I'm still going, and my aero socks fell off, like so annoying. I need to get like hairspray or something to make him stick on. I'm not doing too much power, but you know, I do see that I'm catching up to the group in front, so I don't need to absolutely go crazy when I know I'm gaining on him. And again, no brakes going through that corner, so I'm using my momentum. No brakes again, so I got a little bit confident. And what I'm trying to do is just bit by bit claw myself back up to the group that I was chasing. I've actually not managed to stick on this wheel coming out of that bend, because I remember thinking I'm just going to have like a little rest, and because I'm such a heavy rider, being in a draft on a straight line like this, like it's not the most important thing to me. I can take my time and claw back in to the peloton about, well, like when it suits me. So I wasn't really losing energy there. I was sort of like taking a little rest, because I knew I'd get back onto this group fairly shortly. especially because now I'm getting really confident with my turning. So I didn't press the brakes at all. As you can see, carrying my momentum a little faster, and now I'm almost back into the group, into this little, I think this is the third group. So at this point, I don't know where the first group is. We couldn't see the first group, but we can see the second group in front of us. So that was our goal as a group, to work together to catch the group in front, which I believe was the second group. And there was, I think, the same size as the group that we are in now. So yeah, yeah, that was funny. And my energy was back, to be fair. I didn't feel tired. It sort of takes me a while to, you know, get my muscles fired up and get them properly warmed up. Once I'm warmed up, I feel better than I do at the very beginning, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm fully back into the group now. I took that corner terribly, so as you can see, it's like I lost so many yards there just by taking the corner poorly. And again, I'm back in the wind. But at this point, I did think, right, let me get onto the back of the group here, because just in case. So I just wanted to skip onto this bend because I wanted to show you how much I've slowed down here just to make this bend, right? And I want you to compare it to this next one. I think it's on the next lap, that I just, something that I wish I did before to save a lot more energy and to save me from sprinting out of corners with so much power. Okay, so this is the corner that I was talking about earlier, where I feel like I should have done most of the race. So basically, instead of like trying to slow down here to the behind the guy on the left, I just take the inside line here. Don't slow down as much as the people beside me on the left, and I make 2 places here, you know. So it's just things like that I need to get better at, because one thing that kills me the most when I'm racing these Criteriums is definitely, it's not the hard efforts for a couple of minutes, it's not the bad lines I'm taking in the corners, it's mostly slowing down so much that when I accelerate out of the corner, I'm just using too much energy. And I do that over and over and over again, where I spend so much energy, and that's what kills me at the race. And unfortunately, the race ends here. The race gets pulled, unfortunately. Look at how many people were still in this group, and they pulled us to the side. So basically, we saw a red flag. I thought, you know, someone crashed up the road. So I didn't think the race was over. I thought they're going to put us back in, maybe in another part of the course, so that we'll avoid the crash. But ended up being the race over, which is really, really, really annoying. It was only about 20 minutes in the end, maybe 25, I can't recall, but yeah, it wasn't the 45 minutes that I paid for.
Oh, we finished. So it's done. Oh fuck. Ah no. They couldn't have been that far ahead. They're just faster. Yeah. So yeah, we got pulled because apparently the first group was too far ahead, and not exactly the first group, because group is like multiple people, but apparently the guy in first was like 40 seconds ahead. So yeah, he was going to lap us, which made things a little bit dangerous because he had a motorbike following him with the camera. So that's why they might have lapped us all, or maybe, you know, it might have been a mistake. I don't know. At the end of the day, I was really upset because I felt like I was still racing. There was about 15 riders, maybe a little bit less, still racing, and they pulled us all, which was a bit unfair. Especially because, you know, these events are not cheap. You know, I paid £45 to enter this race, and I only raced half of it. Oh well, I guess I just should be better next time. So, just finished the race, but it got pulled early because apparently the Cat 2s were too far ahead and they were going to lap us. So, yeah, 20 minutes of racing, which is pretty shit. Oh, it was so fucking fun. Never raced anything like it. It was really technical and really fast as well. But, oh well, It was fun. The lads came out to support. You could hear them chanting my name, which was fucking cool. So yeah, here are the lads up here now. I'm gonna go up to them. Come on, let's go! Hey! Well done.
Yeah!
Well done.
Oh yeah!
He's shaking.
Yeah!
Shake,
Shake!
Light of the shroud.
Well on it,
Right. Super handy. I get to go into my office. I get changed, which is literally around the corner from where the race was. So, and I brought all my shit with me. I brought my jeans, brought a t-shirt, and I have shoes in my locker in the change room. So I'm sorted. Thank you. I guess I shall see you later at the pub.
You're gonna be on every night!
In the middle of the street.
So I'm just finishing up on my editing here, and I realized I didn't even do an outro or even say goodbye. I had a really great time at the pub. It was a great night all together. We were out, and it was a lovely day. We were outside in the beer garden having a great time, and it's definitely a day I'll never forget. I'd like to thank all my friends obviously for coming. It was unforgettable, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I shall see you again on the next one. Peace and love. Bye.